Well, once again, we gonna get this shit out the way right now. I definitely know what I'm about to say is going to piss off Nintendo fanboys, and quite honestly, I don't give a shit. It needs to be said. All right. It took me a couple of days to actually just really sit and stew and make sure that I wasn't overreacting once I seen the presentation to the Nintendo Switch from Nintendo of Japan. And after a couple of days, no, it still lingers on my mind. I haven't gotten over it. I haven't seen a silver lining. I haven't seen none of that shit. This right here just proves definitely what everyone is starting to say. Not everyone, but a majority of people are starting to say. Business aspects from third-party developers. These motherfuckers are out of touch. But that's not what I'm really starting to think here. I'm really starting to see that these motherfuckers would do anything for money and to keep as much as they can and spend as least as possible. Now, follow me on this rant here. Nintendo, this is the third generation of Nintendo selling us an underpowered machine. Something that they don't have to spend a lot of fucking money on, because they know if they spend a lot of money on making a powerful machinery, they don't stand to gain profit. Okay, they don't stand to gain profit on spending a lot of money on the machine. So how do you sell an underpowered machine? Fun, by making it gimmicky. It worked with the Wii. The Wii caught fire. It had casual gamers. People don't really care about gamers. It put activity and movement and shit into it, and motherfuckers ate it up. They ate it up like free potato chips at a party. They ate that shit up. And then after a while, when they start to realize, wow, okay, this is fun playing tennis, but now I want to play Zelda. And you telling me I gotta swing and fucking do nunchucks throughout the whole game where I can't sit down and just focus on the game? I gotta put my body into it too. And I also gotta read a bunch of script during Twilight Princess. You gotta read that too. So after a while, that's boom, done. We lost its luster. People started realizing, the novelty, the niche it's over with. Okay, bam. Third parties start backing out because, it's an underpowered machine, which means you have to downscale your production, or you have to push it off to another company within yours, expend more resources and more production money to produce a version that's not even selling as well as the 360 and the PS3 versions were selling at that time. And that killed the Wii right there. Next thing you know, in the end of its life, we was getting a whole bunch of shitty motion games that were horrible. But everybody continue on defending Nintendo as if they are really innovative. Alright, I've sat down and really thought about it, and when I got all the facts about all this stuff, I really started to see what they're doing. They are definitely selling you an underpowered machine that costs much cheaper to make, so they can spend less money, charge less money, sell a whole bunch of them. And what they're gonna give you? What have they been fucking giving you? They have been giving you the same games over again. We get a Mario Kart every rendition of a console release. We get a Super Mario standalone game. We get a Zelda game or so. But now that's all we got. Where's Metroid Prime? Like for the upcoming the Switch. Reggie Fees on me said, talk to him in a year and see how that goes. Not even he. And all the bullshit he's been talking, that he's been fed from the masters at Japan, a lot of us are starting to see through it. All right, this system, its 5-game launch is going to be it's just overpriced. Have you seen the price of the Pro controller that everybody would rather play on than those little fucking Joy-Con controllers that you got put in your hand? Have you seen the price of the Pro controller? It is $70. What? 70? And it's no excuse for that. Don't say it's because it's wireless. Yes, Nintendo, Xbox One and PlayStation 4 use wireless controllers, and their controllers are $60. There's no excuse why this is 10. I don't care if you're new to the market. You want to compete with what's already out there. You're putting out a system for this current generation. You know, albeit a low-powered one and stuff, something cheap to make, all right? But then you still are selling that gimmick. It didn't work with the Wii U, and it's not gonna work this time. All right, it's a $300 system. The games, where are they? We getting a lot of promise. We was only shown what is definitely in development. Everything else is like tentative. All right, if you don't see it in development, it's tentative. All right, March 3rd is here. We're gonna be waiting a long time to see even how these third-party games. And you best believe, the first few months from March on to summer, the sales are gonna be crucial for this system. But to me, even if it catches fire and it sells, I'm tired of Nintendo doing this. I don't know if anybody else out there agrees with me with this, but I'm fucking tired of it. And I can explain why. Like I just said a moment ago, they are just using the gimmick to sell an underpowered machine. Alright? So they don't have to spend as much money. And now they can stand to make more profit off of it. They can make more profit off of it. They can have you, and all they need these machines to do is play their games at a phenomenal level. That's all. Any other third party games and stuff, good luck. They needed a machine solely for their purposes. They don't care about third party. And you know why that happened? Because back in the day, Nintendo was as successful as they were, not just because of their flagship characters. It was because of their third party monopoly that they had. Believe it or not, a more powerful system like Sega Master System never had a chance because of Nintendo's licensing that kept their games only on the NES systems. Alright? As you can see, it kept them on that system for the most part. It was like, okay, if we do third party licensing, okay, we the only system you can put a game on. Nobody else stood a chance, alright? So until now, today is a different type of gaming industry, and Nintendo knows they can't compete. So what they're gonna do? Continue to sell you a gimmick to make themselves stand out and look different, as if they're being innovative. But they're not being innovative. They're being cost effective, and they're screwing the game fans along with that. Okay, they are, because there are still people out there who want one system to rock with. All right, there's a PS4 or Xbox One owner who doesn't want to buy the Nintendo Switch. There's Nintendo fanboys who are holding out and haven't bought a PS4 or Xbox One. They're still sitting there in the desert called the Wii U, waiting for Breath of the Wild to come out. Okay, there's people like that they're still one console people. Not everybody's a collector like myself. And yes, down the line, if this system drops in price or if they put out games that's worth playing, I would switch my tune to this. Pun intended. But right now, no. Still, even if I bought the system for collection purposes, I see right through what the fuck they're doing. I see it. I don't know if anybody else noticed it, probably a lot of people. I know I'm not the only one. I know I'm not sitting here talking like I made some profound revelation. I just spreading what's out there, okay? And I already come to that. I've just thought about it because I wanted to just get on after sitting there wasting an hour of my life on the 13th waiting for this Switch premiere and stuff. I've wasted an hour of my life. What was it, 12th or something? Whatever date, you know what I was talking about. Last Thursday. What a waste of time. It was one of the worst presentations I've ever seen for a game console release. And I'm not making that up. I'm not saying that just to add to this video. I really fucking mean that. It was so uneventful. It was so filler related. It was so much filler in it and so little of what we needed to see. Alright? Oh, we're gonna get Splatoon 2. Whoop the shit. Alright? It doesn't look any different from the first Splatoon. Alright? But they don't want you. But they was like, but what do most people say? Oh, graphics don't matter. Oh, that's what most of they have brainwashed Nintendo fans so well to think that y'all always think, oh, graphics don't matter. Look, when it comes to a good game at its core, they still matter. You know why? They just do, because you want to get the maximum effect out of everything you produce. You think Hideo Kojima saying graphics don't matter? No, he chose the Decima engine. He chose the Decima engine to process to program Death Stranding on a PlayStation 4 because he's looking for the engine that can get him the best and the system that he's familiar with to get him the best results on there. Okay, and that's what it is. And Hideo Kojima technically is a third party person. Konami is third. When he was with Konami doing Metal Gear, that's third party. Alright? So graphics matter. To bring in third party developers, graphics matter. Maybe not to Nintendo, to their first party, because they can take a couple of lemons and make lemonade and make you a great Mario game on their own hardware, albeit what power level the system is. You know, the spec level can be low, but they can make sure that Mario game, that is beautiful, or that Zelda game is extensive and semi-beautiful. All right, because even Breath of the Wild, I don't know if you notice it, it's using cell shade look to hide the fact that it's just not as detailed as you think it is. All right, but that's what I'm saying. That leads to my point. They know how to work their hardware, but third-party places don't or care to really know. They want to see the power there, and then they want to see they want it on a system that they know is going to reach a mass audience. So even if they somehow mastered the power of the Switch, what are the sales going to be like? You know, they've been burned twice. The Wii didn't do it. Like, it just didn't have the power to make the games and stuff, and they only sold maybe a couple thousand, 100,000, up to maybe less than 100,000, a few 100,000s of third-party titles and stuff. Third-party was not hitting on Wii because it just couldn't sustain. It couldn't keep up. It was like a shit, man. It was quite possible that it was probably just a bit more powerful than the Dreamcast, maybe, or PS2. And that's just not working for third-party people. These third-party companies need power, Nintendo. Alright? But anyway, Switch, that presentation just was not hitting. It did nothing. It only had one glimmer of hope for you day one customers who are going to buy it when it comes out. Breath of the Wild will be a launch title. Okay? But lo and behold, we get Skylanders and 1-2 Switch and 2 other games nobody gives a fuck about. Everything is coming soon, or stuff like, and I'm like, You was planning this when it was called the NX. You was planning this console for quite some time. Once you knew that the Wii U was a fucking failure at its 13 million worldwide, you know, you telling me you weren't getting no third party on board? Yeah, I mean, you probably were trying so hard, but they noticed like, okay, these other systems are just leaving it in the dust. There's no third party on there. Why are we making games for this system? You know, why are we making games for this? Like, look at this. You know, you want to make Madden for the Wii U. What's so special about it? You can use this. You can use this to record plays on it. Is that the only special thing about it? You'll be able to touch the screen and make a person juke. I don't know. I really don't care. Is it that important? Because I mean, the gimmicks, man. Knock it the fuck off. It's not going to last long. People see through it now. They realize that the Wii it was a gimmick system. They realized it by the time the Wii U came out. All right. Oh, we got the screen on the controller, and then we can still use our Wii. We still need our Wii controllers to play the motion games and do party games and shit like that. But then we get tired of playing party games on the first Wii. Why would I buy a Wii U then? That's how a lot of people were starting to think. All right. But there's the first party loyalists and stuff, and they loved it. Like they buy anything because they trying to keep Nintendo around. Nintendo is the last console system, the last console making company from a bygone era. Okay, they're the last, and there's people who will keep them around and will absolutely buy anything these motherfuckers put out, and then in return, they just basically keep shoveling them the same shit. But hey, and that's loyalty right there. That's loyalty, but their loyalty is running out. The market basically is just swallowing them whole. Okay, why do you think they put copyrights on everything, or they try to seize up everything, and how they treat YouTubers wanting to stream their content, where they take all the money and they monetize it, and they take all the money from it and leave you with nothing when you play Nintendo games? It's because Nintendo is perhaps the greediest company of the three of them, and a lot of us don't want to fucking admit that. They are the greediest, and I've already explained that this is why they're using gimmicks to sell an underpowered machine, because underpowered machines cost cheaper to make. Okay, and then they monetize everything on YouTube so they can take the profits from that. They are a horrible fucking company, man. All right, they just happen to have games that we grew up on and love, and characters that we love, but they are a horrible fucking company. They don't want they treat the, you know, like, look how they do fan games. Look how they shut down fan games so hard. They shut them down so hard. Like, they treat any fan project or something they monetizing or they banning. All right, any YouTube thing they taking money from, or they putting a copyright claim on it, like Magic. I swear, Switch, Magic. You know, they doing that, and it's just, I don't know. I lost a lot of respect for that company. All right, I really have. And if you into the Switch, you think it's good, and hey, more power to you. But I see right through them motherfuckers. And I hope some of you eventually realize that you're just being duped year by year, by year, by year, by year. Okay? Release of consoles. Alright? What's next? Are they gonna finally fucking next generation they make a gaming console? Are they finally going to make a traditional system that has controllers and has some power under the hood? Are they? I'm telling you, all they doing is selling you a gimmick. It's selling you a gimmick to mask the fact that they're cutting corners and making underpowered hardware just to profit more. And I've said it repeatedly during this rant, but that's just what it is. I don't believe I didn't catch on to it much sooner, but it makes perfect fucking sense. Alright? But anyway, I am done with this rant. They have really broken my fucking heart. Anyway, let me just end this right here. On another note, always keep watching what you want. Keep gaming the way you want. Keep being you. Cause I'm a Fury. I am out of here. Peace out.